beloved, welcome back. Welcome to episode 5 of the Frequency of Enough. In the last episode, we talked about the belief that breaks the spell, the moment you stop negotiating your worth. But today we step into the experience that follows that belief. The episode is titled, The Moment You Finally Feel Like Enough. And this one is not about logic, it's not about reasoning, it's not about thinking your way into worthiness. This is about the somatic click, the internal descent, the quiet drop back into your own center, the moment where the mind stops performing and the body remembers something ancient. Today, we're not just talking about enoughness, we're stepping into the experience of it. Let's breathe together and begin. Section 1. When enoughness stops being an idea. Enoughness begins as a concept. Then it becomes a belief. But at some point, at some unexpected moment, something deeper happens. You feel it. The moment is subtle. It's not glamorous. It's not dramatic. There are no fireworks, no angels singing, no enlightenment monologue playing in the background. Instead, it feels like this. A soft exhale, a loosening in the chest, a drop of the shoulders, a quiet warmth behind the sternum, a sense of, oh, I don't have to try so hard anymore. It's not loud, it's not flashy, it's not even emotional. It's peace reintroduced to the body. This is the moment you finally feel like enough. Section 2. The anatomy of the enoughness click. Let's talk about what actually happens inside you in this moment. First, your nervous system stops bracing. You stop waiting for the next judgment, the next expectation, the next thing that you think you need to fix. There's a settling. 2. Your internal posture releases. The inner shoulders you didn't know you were holding up finally lower. Your inner jaw unclenches. Your inner fists open. Number 3. Your self-talk becomes a whisper, not a weapon. You're no longer attacking yourself with imprisoning projects. You're no longer bargaining with yourself. You're no longer trying to negotiate your way into worth. Your internal dialogue becomes kinder, softer, and more spacious. Number 4, your presence becomes heavier in the best way. You drop into your body, into the moment, into your breath, into the lived experience of being you. Number 5, you stop performing without even trying to stop. The mask slips off. The representative retires. The I hope they like me version dissolves. And you're simply, honestly, unadored, real human. This is the click. This descent. This settling. This return. The moment you meet yourself, not as a project, but as a person. Section 3. What triggers this moment? Here's the fascinating part. The moment of enoughness rarely comes when you're succeeding. It often comes when something inside of you gives up the chase. It might happen while washing dishes, while sitting in your car, in the middle of a shower, after a difficult conversation, while journaling, while crying, after saying no for the first time, after choosing rest instead of productivity, after telling the truth, after setting a boundary, after letting silence be silence, after realizing someone's approval won't save you, after recognizing you don't need to earn your breath. It doesn't come in a triumph, it comes in surrender. The moment you stop striving is the moment your soul steps forward. Section 4. The fear of feeling enough. Let's talk about something we often avoid. Feeling enough can be terrifying because if you stop chasing worth, you can no longer use productivity, perfection, performance, people-pleasing, hyper-responsibility, achievement, spiritual superiority, emotional caretaking, self-sacrifice as coping mechanisms. You're left with you, your truth, your stillness, your presence. And for many, this truth feels unfamiliar, which is why the moment of enoughness often feels like both relief and fear. Relief because you're no longer running. Fear because you don't know who you are without the running. But beloved, that space is where your real life begins. Section 5. The reorientation of the self. When enoughness becomes embodied, everything in your life shifts, not because you're trying to shift it, but because the vibrational default has changed. You stop apologizing for existing. Your presence becomes grounded and stable and unshakable. You become less available to things that drain you, not because you're guarded, but because your soul refuses to negotiate anymore. You begin making decisions based on truth, not fear. Your path becomes simpler, cleaner, more aligned. Love begins to feel spacious, not heavy, because you no longer enter relationships as someone trying to earn a seat. Your creativity opens because the channel is no longer clogged with performance anxiety. You discover a new form of rest, the rest of being yourself. This is the reorientation, the return to center, the rebirth. Section 6. The embodiment practice. Place your hand over your heart. Close your eyes if you can. Take a slow breath. Let it move all the way down into the belly and whisper quietly, "This is enough, and I am enough in this moment." Not for your whole life, not for every future challenge, not for every expectation, just this moment. Enoughness is always experienced moment by moment. Now ask yourself, what would change in my life if I stopped negotiating my worth today? Let the answers rise. Let them whisper. Let them reveal who you are becoming. Beloved, enoughness is not earned, achieved, argued, explained, proven, or maintained. Enoughness is felt. It is an inner settling, a quiet click that aligns your soul back into its natural frequency. The moment you finally feel like enough is the moment you stop being at war with yourself. And in that moment, peace returns, presence returns, joy returns, you return. Next time in episode 6, we explore the identity you outgrow when you stop chasing enough. Because when you step into the frequency of enough, a former self begins to dissolve and a truer self takes the throne. Until then, rest in your own truth. You are enough for this breath, this moment, this life. I love you. I honor you. See you in episode 6.
Bye.